Good morning and welcome to your graduation ceremony. It's delightful to see you all here today with your family and friends who have supported you along the way. It is always a joy to attend graduation as it gives us an opportunity to reflect on the wonderful achievements we are celebrating today and also to pause about what lies ahead. So, what does come next? Well, in one form or another, what comes next is the rest of your life. Whilst you have been with us, I hope we have worked in partnership to ensure that you have not only learned about your discipline, but you have at the same time acquired a whole host of other skills and experienced a wide range of opportunities so that you leave us a more rounded, articulate person, and importantly, with the ability to forge your own path. The kind of skills that we hope you have acquired involve such things as the ability to analyze, critical thinking, organizational skills, the team-working skills involved in project work and in sport, and the social and caring skills that you may have acquired through, for example, working with Cardiff student volunteering. These skills will be important in the years ahead, but the real test is firstly to know what skills you possess, and secondly to know when and how to deploy them. This complex array of skills is just one way to describe the additional benefits that come with a university education. Although education is of course highly valuable in its own right, it's also of immense practical value. For example, just an example out of my own career, having done both science and language subjects at school, I started my professional life in hotel and conference management and later ended up running a small business. However, after a few years of that, I realized I did not want to do this for the rest of my working life, and I decided to go back to university to study chemistry and physics. This then enabled me to change my career completely and to end up standing here in this hall today, having the immense privilege to wish you all the best in your future careers. As you leave this hall today, you join the congregation of university and become part of our vibrant and inspiring alumni. I look at you and I see our future. Be proud of being a Cardiff graduate. Go and share your knowledge. Encourage others to take up the challenge of discovering and then sharing their knowledge. Don't be afraid to fail. We all do from one time or another. Just pick yourself up, dust yourself up, see what you need to learn from that experience, and then just step back out into the light. Today is all about celebrating your success. Embrace it, enjoy it, and appreciate it. Never stop learning. As you leave today, on behalf of Cardiff University, I wish you happiness, health, and success. So go out and make the world a better place. I now have the pleasure of introducing Hannah Pearce, who has just finished her second year studying Welsh. She is now looking forward to starting her third year in September. Hannah will read a poem by Wales's inaugural national poet Gwyneth Lewis. Many of you will have encountered Gwyneth's work before in the form of the 6-foot-high words, thought to be one of the biggest poems in the world, on the front of the Wales Millennium Centre. Gwyneth has been writer-in-residence at the University School of Physics and Astronomy and is now an honorary fellow of the university. The poem Education, which Hannah Pearce will read in a minute, was especially commissioned by Cardiff University. I'd like to thank you very much, and I do hope you enjoy the ceremony. Thank you.
Education by Gwyneth Lewis. Beiddio, gwellhad o wneud. Myna geisio, parchad weid. Trawsnewidiad fydd dy glod. Dy ddyfodol, mentro bod. Learning's a passport that returns you home a better person. It permits you to dare being daring. Makes you secure with not knowing everything. Helps you welcome some failure. Forges an alloy with others' thinking. It is simple delight in mind and its motions. Scintillates, but isn't deceptive. Admits the joy of institutes is the open road to everywhere but bigotry. It's the shortest distance between you and me, and if you're lucky, it never ends.
Bore da, croeso I Gaerdydd. Good morning, welcome to Cardiff, to St David's Hall, and to our 2015 graduation ceremony. My name is John Jeans, and I'm privileged to be the Chair of Council at Cardiff University. May I offer my warm congratulations to all of you who are graduating today. As you sit there waiting to come up on stage, you must be feeling a mixture of emotions. I'm sure many of you feel excited, many of you relieved, but most of all, I hope you feel a great sense of achievement. All of you deserve congratulations several times over. Firstly, congratulations on winning admission in the first place. Cardiff is one of the most sought-after universities in the UK. Admission standards are high. Selection, as you probably remember, is extremely competitive. For every one of you sitting there, 6 or 7 applicants were fighting keenly to be in your place today. Our reputation has been significantly enhanced by the outstanding results we achieved in the Research Excellence Framework announced last December. We are now in the top 5 of UK universities for the quality of our research, up 17 places since the last exercise 6 years ago, and second in the UK for impact. Now, more than ever, this marks us out as an extremely ambitious and innovative university, unafraid to set goals and assert ourselves among the world's best. Secondly, congratulations on your years of study here. Research-led teaching is one of the distinctive features of Cardiff University. Many of you will have participated in research groups, learned how to ask new questions and to challenge conventional wisdom. Whether you stay in academic research or pursue any other career, I hope that the free, inquiring Cardiff state of mind will stay with you. And most importantly, congratulations and welcome to the many family, friends and supporters who join us here today, many of whom will have travelled great distances to be here. We owe a great deal to the support of family and friends, both moral support, guidance and encouragement, but in many cases also considerable financial support. I urge all of you who are graduating today to send a heartfelt thanks to everyone who has helped you. 4 years ago, I was in this auditorium watching my daughter receive her degree, and therefore I have a very special empathy for the emotions you're feeling today. I can vividly recall the sense of pride at seeing my daughter walk across the stage and shake the Vice-Chancellor's hand, and can assure you that this moment will live long in your memory, especially as that wonderful photograph will, I'm sure, soon have pride of place in your home. I'm confident that those graduating will allow you a sense of shared pride in their accomplishments, and I'm delighted that you can join us for this very special occasion. Enjoy this day. It is the beginning of your future. You're entering upon a journey of lifelong learning, and your tutors will hope that much more than the knowledge they've imparted to you is an understanding of methods of learning, of analysis, of intellectual thinking and rigour, which should serve you well for the rest of your days. Go out into your community, to educate, to encourage thought, not prejudice, and be prepared to defend education. In this world of mass communication, massive open online courses, YouTube and virtual lectures, academics face a fundamental question. If information is everywhere, does anyone need a university education? All of you here today are testament to the value of a Cardiff University education, to the benefits of learning in an international environment of our research-led teaching. The internet, after all, helps share information, but the volume of misinformation reinforces more than ever before the need for evidence-based knowledge and understanding. I feel that by far the best prospect for responsible application and regulation must lie with a better informed public. We must use this knowledge, and how we apply it, for the good of humankind around the world. It is this idea of application that arguably defines the Cardiff graduate. The latest Levers data shows us that 95% of Cardiff University graduates enter employment or professional training or study shortly after completing their studies, placing Cardiff at the top of the Russell Group of elite universities in this measure. Application underscores the university's achievements too. Almost 9 out of 10 of our students expressed overall satisfaction with their student experience, according to the National Student Survey, putting us well above the UK average. and record numbers of students are being offered the chance to apply their learning through the Cardiff University Research Opportunities Programme, which allows students to sample live research and enhance their academic skills. These achievements are reflected in the successes of the schools present here today. The School of Welsh and the School of English Communication and Philosophy. The School of Welsh can reflect on a triumphant year, having been ranked 7th in the UK and 1st in Wales for the quality of its research, according to the judges of the Research Excellence Framework, who also gave a 100% score to the impact of the school's research. It's invested in new facilities, including a brand new postgraduate study room and a student hub in the heart of the school. Congratulations are also due to Dr. Claire Gwynn-Lewis, a graduate of the school and now a faculty member, who won the Creative Factual category at the 2015 Welsh Book of the Year Awards, while another former student, Rhys Iorwerth, won the Poetry category. These accolades demonstrate how the school has become a haven and breeding ground for new literary voices. Today, the School of English Communication and Philosophy have also cause to celebrate. The research undertaken across all disciplines in the school continues to make a real difference across a range of areas, from healthcare and law to social justice and education. Examples of the school's intervention include supporting African teenagers with AIDS/HIV to express their experiences through comics and influencing protocols for the ethical construction of DNA databanks. In the latest Research Excellence Framework exercise, judges ranked the school 4th in the UK for the impact of its research on philosophy, while its research into the English language and literature was ranked 10th out of 89 institutions across the UK for its significance, rigour and originality. Dr. Michelle Aldridge-Wadden was named Personal Tutor of the Year by students at the university's Enriching Student Life Awards, and playwright Tim Rees, who lectures in creative writing, is to see his first feature film, entitled The Crow, hit the big screen later this year. Congratulations, too, on what you've brought to Cardiff and to Wales. Many of you will have taken part in Student Volunteer in Cardiff, one of the largest schemes in the country. You have given more than 50,000 hours of your time in the past year, helping more than 900 people each week. From the youth club established for young people with Down syndrome to the day trips organised for young carers, you are a prime reason why Cardiff University is so valued in its own community. Sport plays an important part in the university life, and your contribution has been enormous again this year. You achieved a double win in the varsity, where you not only retained the varsity shield, but also brought home the varsity cup, beating Swansea 27-22 in a thrilling rugby final. And rather magnificently, others have managed to balance their studies with competing at the very highest echelons of sport, from judo to rowing. Carry the determination and commitment you've demonstrated during your time with us as you embark on your future career. You will be among the professionals who will lead this and other nations. It will not be an easy job. There's a lot to be done, and I hope you all leave here with a solid determination to contribute to the culture, welfare and prosperity of your family, your communities and humankind. I urge you to be the gatekeepers of good sense and the educators for tomorrow. Thank you, Diolch.
I will now read the proclamation, first in Welsh and then in English. Nerth Gwlad ei Gwybodaeth. Boed hysbys i holl aelodau'r Brifysgol ac ar hyd a lled y byd fod cynulliad o Brifysgol Caerdydd yn cael ei gynnal heddiw ym Mhrifddinas Cymru. O dan awdurdod siarter frenhinol y Brifysgol, mae'r cynulliad hwn yn cyfarfod i dderbyn y myfyrwyr, sydd yn rhinwed eu hastudiaethau a'i hysgolheictod, wedi'u harholi'n briodol yn unol astudiaethau'r Brifysgol, ac wedi'u cael yn deilwng o'i graddau. Wrth ddathlu llwyddiant y rhai sy'n graddio yn y cynulliad hwn, Fe'i hatgoffwn o'i cyfrifoldeb I gyfrannu o werthoedd y brifysgol hon. Nod iddynt hwy yw ceisio drwy y cyflawniadau wasanaethu lles pawb, ymdrechu I sicrhau rhagoriaeth ym mhob peth ac yn boeni am ddyfodol ein byd. Gwrandewch yn awchus ar ddoethineb, gan ei fod yn cynnig gobaith a gwirionedd ym mhob cenhedlaeth. Nerth gwlad yw gwybodaeth. A nation's strength is in its learning. Let it be known to all members of the university and throughout the world that today in the capital city of Wales, a congregation of Cardiff University is taking place. Under the authority of the university's Royal Charter, this congregation meets to receive those students who, by virtue of their studies and scholarship, have been appropriately examined according to the statutes of the university and found worthy of their degrees. We celebrate the success of those who graduate in this congregation, and in doing so, remind them of their responsibility to share in the values of this university. It is for them to seek through their achievements, to serve the common good, to strive for excellence on all things, and care for the future of our world. Be attentive to wisdom, for it offers hope and truth in every generation.
Bore da, a chroeso I bawb. Good morning and welcome everybody. We now come, ladies and gentlemen, to the main event of the day, when the graduates or graduands will cross the stage and to be presented for their award, and I will greet them and they will go back and sit down. Just one thing to say about that: as they cross the stage, please do feel free to applaud as wildly as you like, raise the roof if you want. This is the opportunity to do that. But can you stop when they reach me so that we can hear the name of the person before, just to be fair to everybody. Once a whole cohort has gone through, which in some cases might take quite some time, I will ask all the students to stand and I will address them using a sentence in Welsh. Now, I know a lot of people here speak Welsh, so I'll be in my best behaviour, but if what I say is incomprehensible, or if you don't speak Welsh, let me give you a translation. So what I'm saying means, through the authority conferred upon me by the university, I receive you to the award to which you're entitled. Now, name that award in each case. So, we will now proceed to the presentation of graduates.
I, Professor Damien Morford-Davies, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Michael Arnott. Emily Rose Baker. Sarah Baltrop. Benjamin Beesham. Lewis Bradley. Natalie Chatwin. Elizabeth Cole. Rosie Conning. Holly Davis. Oliver Digby. Emily Rebecca Dutton. Hoden Farah. Lucy Fitton Hayward. Ellie Claire Forrester. Sophie Elizabeth Forshaw. Jessica Fox. Megan Gallagher. Catherine Goldburn. Sophie Nicola Gregory. Helena Sarah Gruenstern. David Samuel Hain. Georgia Leanne Hamer. Alice Hart. Chloe Hurliman. Holly Holmes. Kashmira Jadeja. Lauren Johnson. Bethany Jones. Courtney Jones. Elizabeth Jones. Charlotte Lindsay. Eleanor Rose Lubin. Eleanor Claire Maisie. Nicholas Marsh. Mark Mayo. Emily Jessica Morse. Talina Navid. Jessica Neff. Kira Louise Rafter. Laura Sargent. Rebecca Selwyn. Tamsin Victoria Smith. Hugh Ware. Matthew Joseph Williams. Catherine Laura Yeomans. Kirsty Allen. William Alvis. Jade Atwood. Cara Rejan Beaumont. Victoria Elizabeth Blackler. Hayley Buckland. Joanne Kane. Thomas Clements. James Alexander Crane. Eleanor Davis. Bethany Dawson. Sophie De Winter. Harry Dubell. Jesse Fernandez. Georgia Leah Ferry. Kyra Lee Folks. Benhan and Richard Gibbon. Bethany Ann Glover. Georgina May Hannam. Louise Hodgson. Kelly Gemma Maskell. Leah McNamee. Jennifer Morgan. Elizabeth Alice Nutt. Alicia Kathleen O'Malley. James Reed. Hayley Robson. Sherry Louise Smith. Leanne Jade Spurrell. Amy Jasmine Clifford. Dominique Starbuck. Sophie Claudia Timbers. Annabelle Tinker. Sally Margaret West. Louise Ellen White. Rowan Leslie Ann Whittington. Caris Williams. Eleanor Kate Williams. Samuel Guy Towers Yeoman. Shireen Ahmed. Hannah Albury. Rebecca Jane Allen. Grace Julia Atkins. Moniza Babe. John Bailey. Rebecca Barclay. Charlotte Louise Felicity Barry. Jessica Page Barry. Laura Abigail Blaken. Jessica Blazczyk. Victoria Mary Booth. Amy Bray. Jack Oliver Bray. Etienne Alexandra Priscilla Broomfield. Mary Belgian. Nicola Laura Burrows. Eleanor Butler. Charlotte Carter. Lauren Partridge. Alexandra Chapman. Catherine Louise Blake Creaser. Hannah Louise Tregellis Crombie. Andrew Philip Davis. Eden Ariel Day. Jamie Louise Dobbins. Jennifer Drummond. Alexandra Eden. Gareth Evans. Lauren Amy Everts. Charlotte Olivia Fairs. Natasha Claire Farkas. Emma Forbes. Jasmine Jade Freeman. Adagashi. Rachel Claire Gibby. Emma Giles. Chelsea Gilmore. Sarah Jane Griffin. Lucy Hannah Guy. Becky Geimer. Lisa Gwynn. Elizabeth Sarah Hadrill. Alexandra Hare. Eleanor Rose Elisa Hall. Harry Hanlon. Danielle Harris. Robert James Hart. Amy Hawkins. Sarah Rebecca Hay. Louise Alison Heath. Francesca Hepburn. Eloise Lily Hobbs. Chaz Holden. Felicity Amaryllis Holmes-Mackey. Molly Holt. Molly Marja Holt. Sophie Emma Howe. Beth Hughes. Jake Michael Hurley. Alice Victoria Jackson. Georgina James. Isabel Jones. Married Ellen Jones. Sarah Jane Ashley Jones. Megan Joshi. Danielle Cates. Jonathan Keys. Lucy Kidwell. Stephanie Jane Kinsey. Bethan Knight. Caris Rebecca Knight. Rosie Lara Catherine Knight. Simon Knight. Alexandra Custer. John Adam Kuzara. Natasha Jane Lampard. Michael Leach. Sophie Willow License. Emery Lowry. Bethan Marie Lyons. Jonathan Macho. Zach Maui. Holly Anna Marsh. Aleri Fianev Matthews. Chloe May. Stephanie Emma McAteer. Hannah McCauley. Niall McCorn. Sophie Eve McGibbon. Bethan Emma McGloin. Fiona Mills. Charlotte Louise Mock. Chris Lloyd Morgan. Tasmin Cecilia Morell. Eleanor Kate Oakley. Esther May Olive, Abigail Palmer, Melissa Grace Elizabeth Palmer, Elise Parrish, Francesca Gabriella Parker, Sophie Payne, Priyan Peak, Mia Caitlin Phillips, Laura Physick, Laura Popplewell, Rebecca Powell, Charlotte Sarah Pruce, Rachel Quaife, Emily Reynolds, Josie Reynolds, Isabel Roberts, Laura Marie Roberts, James Rollison, Bethan Jacqueline Romeu, William Abraham Sampson, Francis Scott, Anna Lawrence Settle, Gabrielle Amber Shields, Alice Hannah Simpson, Charlotte Smith, Luke Alistair Smith, Bonnie Somner, Francis Stewart, Georgia LeSueur Strong, Evelyn Fickins, Chloe Thomas, Georgia Thomas, Gwen LeBrock Thomas, Anna Elizabeth Thomas, Rebecca Elizabeth Thomas, Alice Thorne, Ruth Florence Joy Tollerton, Lani Marie Tucker, Samuel Ryan Tucker, Emily Jane Tutton, Rebecca Tyers, Arthur Patrick Usher, Natasha Emily Louise Vaughan, Kertiva Ma, Jemima Walker, Henry Ward, Matthew Watkins, Harriet May Webster, Lauren Westerland, Crystal Wajar, Gabrielle Williams, Jodie Williams, Jonathan Williams, Samuel Lewis Williams, Megan Willis, Georgina Worrell, Tessa Wright, Josie Sarah Hannah Cray, Charlotte Davidson, Fiona Elliott, Hannah Kate Frank, Joseph Robert Samuel Hardy, Alice Lawrence, Emily Merritt, David Patterson, Rachel Mary Turner, Georgia Page Whittle, Rachel Elizabeth Adams, Catherine Blowers, Emma Brill, Michael Thomas Cantillon, Molly Dias, Katie Ann Evans, Alexander James Franklin, Amy Louise Hardman, Ella May Harrop, Alexandra Nia Howells, Bethan Siobhan Kavanagh, Louisa Philpott, Chloe Platt, Jack Stanton, Adam George Stokes, Samuel Castle, Christopher Durston, Michael Lucinda Jane Greer, Emily Rebecca Griffiths, Madeline Sarah Keenan, Georgia Lubrani, Nicholas Maxwell, Louis Andre William Parsons, Megan Slater, Jamie Malachi Smith, Wayne Wing Kit Sang, Sana Abubaker, Anna Louise Clark, Michael John DeLue, Gregory Colin Jeeves, Alexandra Leo, Harriet Martin, Rachel O'Hanlon, Hugh Owen, Nicole Petty, Nadia Bernadette Pike, Oliver Richards, Naomi Claire Marie Saunders, Megan Wesley, Lloyd Williams, Georgina Louise Bailey, David John Oliver Bidgood, Lydia Ruth Mary Brown, Gabriella Cox, Joseph Alexander Crocker, Thomas Goss, Alistair Hadwin, Matthew Lloyd Jenkins, Greg Lee Jones. Thomas Dean Markham. Naya Moda. Eleanor Margaret Newton. James Edward Parrott. Daniel Phillips. Edward Sire. Ben Shapiro. Joanna Todorava. Charlotte Louise Smith. Rhiannon Carr. Rachel Cooper. Benjamin Richard Harris. Oliver James Metcalf. Douglas Nelson. Michael Saunders. Rachel Jennifer Smith. Charlotte Butter. Adam Joseph Keeling.
Will the students who've just crossed the stage please stand? Trwy awdurdod y Brifysgol yn rhedoedd I mi, derbyniad chwi I raddbagor yn y celfyddydau ac I holl freiniau ar radd hon. Congratulations. Thank you.
Rwy fi, yr athro Sione Davies, yn cyflwyno'r rhai sydd wedi derbyn gradd baglor yn y celfyddydau. Hannah Beck. Rhian Elin Davies. Eva Mared Edwards. Saran Gwerfyl. Chloe Harris. Rhiannon Teleri Hinks. Mirain Alaw Jones. Siwan Gwyn Jones. Angharad Mai Lewis. Megan Haf Morgans. Lewis Alun Owen. Tegid Sean Richards. Saran Roberts. Mari Alaw Rowlands. Jade Turk Wheeler. Chloe Lee Williams. Charlotte Emily Flowers. Amy Marie Green, Emily Jane Harrison, Emily Jane Owen, Sioned Eleri Roberts, Elaine Fleer Jones, Jordan Farina Childs, Megan Angharad Richards, Jordan Simon Tobin.
Will the students who just crossed the stage please stand? Rhoi awdurdod o brifysgol yn briedoedd I mi, derbyniad chwi i'r adbagor yn y celfyddydau ac I holl freiniau ar add hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor George Boyne, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Arts. Matthew Robert Beckett. Jack Lovell Price. Alexander Neil Smith. Sabrina Binti Zakaria. Sarah Bellinato. Rosie Brown. Lawrence Dixon. Jonathan Doyle. Michael Graham. Catherine Mary Lynn. Robin Mercer. Christina Morgan. Brian E. Parry. Rebecca Alice Roy. Ushi Turozzi. Lucy Ann Wilson. Chloe Wildsmith. Louise Benson James. Stephanie Clayton. Gergely Peter Valvasi. Amber Rose Jenkins. Mariana Gorge Lozano. Robert Samuel Lloyd. Anthony Monaghan. Rebecca Newby. Jonathan Rees. Will Teagle. Caroline Ann Vaughan. Samuel Hercombe. Esther Jane Cook. Ashley Emma Dawson. Kei Matsumoto. Irina Pelaez. Zine Suad Nafi Al-Rashid. Ayman Al-Zarani. Emily Louise Cope. Geraldine Lim. Nurul Izzati Binti Muhammad Izeri. Ellen Meyer Blake. Heleth Gwyn Lewis. David Stansfield.
Will the students who've just crossed the stage please stand? Trwy awdurdod y Brifysgol a'n ddriedoedd I mi, derbyniaeth chwi i'r addallro yn y celfyddydau ac I holl freiniau ar ardd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor George Boyne, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Philosophy. Fionn Hav Pritchard.
Awdurdod y Brifysgol a ymddiedoedd I mi, derbyniaf chwi i'r addallro mewn athroniaeth ac I holl freiniau ar ardd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor George Boyne, introduce those who have received the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Lucy Andrew. Nicole Elizabeth Daval. Adiola Dewis. Laura Elner Foster. Divya Girish Kumar. Ayman Kurdi. Peter Kerry Morgan. Alexandra Phillips. Emma Louise Schofield. Lisa Karen Shepherd. George Benedict Taylor. Michael David Ross Willett.
Will the students who've just crossed the stage please stand? Rhai awdurdod y Brifysgol yn riedoedd I mi derbyniaf chwi i'r arddoethi'r mewn athroniaeth ac I holl ffreiniau ar ardd hon. Congratulations.
Could I please ask all graduates, all recent graduates, to stand up for the greetings by the Chair of Council and the student representative.
May your care ever be for the good name of our university and the well-being of our world.
Bore da. You are now members of the distinguished alumni of this university. May your association with the university be cherished and be constant throughout your life. For most of you, today marks the end of an era, the culmination of a long journey towards the end of your university career. Embarking on this journey can be a daunting prospect. You'll have had to move away from home, make new friends, and immerse yourself in a brand new city. The challenges that you have tackled, the opportunities that you have embraced, and the relationships that you have built will have shaped the graduate that you are today. But most importantly, your experiences will have created memories that you will treasure for years to come. All of you should be incredibly proud of everything that you have achieved in Cardiff and should walk confidently into the next phase of your life. But you should also be thankful for your family and friends who have helped you to reach this important point in your life. I therefore invite you to turn around, to greet your family and friends, and to say a special and public thank you by giving them a warm and enthusiastic round of applause.
Vice-Chancellor, it's my privilege and pleasure to introduce Marcus McGilvray as a Fellow of Cardiff University. Marcus grew up in Monmouthshire and trained in London as an HIV nurse specialist. In making him a Fellow of Cardiff University today, we recognise him as one of Wales's most precious exports, someone who makes a difference. An HIV nurse specialist in 2004, Marcus found himself part of the senior management team in South Africa, managing the rollout of antiretroviral drugs in KwaZulu-Natal. In the first year of that project alone, over 120,000 patients were put on treatment. And despite the limitations of available resources, it was by far the biggest such rollout in the world. Marcus is the founder and chief executive of WizKids United, an AfriCaid initiative that uses sport to address health, education, and empowerment support to disadvantaged young people. Before setting up his charity, Marcus worked with the KwaZulu-Natal Department of Health, training health professionals and developing training materials that have now been translated into 7 languages and used worldwide. He started a street clinic where he used football as a way to encourage young people into it. Young people who might otherwise be too embarrassed to come. And he used sessions to teach about HIV and AIDS. And from that, the Whiz Kids programme developed. In the past 3 years alone, over 35,000 young people across Africa have followed the training programme, which, as I've said, uses football to promote life skills and provides workshops focusing on sexual health. The long-term component of that programme is the Health Academy, which opened in 2010, a holistic sexual health clinic for young people. More recently, colleagues here in Cardiff University's School of English Communication and Philosophy have worked with Marcus in the development of AIDS education materials using comics drawn by young people themselves. And these materials are now being extended to support Marcus's work in Ghana, with particular emphasis on public health, including Ebola. Marcus, on behalf of the people of Ghana and the people of KwaZulu-Natal, thank you. On behalf of the people of Wales, diolch yn fawr. On behalf of the university, croeso and welcome to our fellowship. Anrhydeddus is gan hellod, cyflwynaf I ti Marcus McGilvray fel camrawr ar anrhydydd Prifysgol Cardiff.
Troi ar daroddwyd I mi gan y Cyngor, derbyniaf chwi fel cymrawd ar anrhydaeth Prifysgol Cardiff.
Okay, good morning everybody, and congratulations to you all. I've really enjoyed sitting here, and it's been a real privilege to be able to share really in your day. It's been wonderful. I decided to speak from written notes. The university made it very clear, 3 or 4 minutes, speech no longer, unless I could guarantee you a free bar at the end. I'm sure you can appreciate it's not easy to talk about 15 years in Africa in such a short space of time, and whilst doing so, try to convey a few words of wisdom which may hopefully inspire you. I won't say for the real world, because that sounds always like such a cliche. From what I remember being a student, students are the most real people of any time in your life. But perhaps what I have to say may help you to consider perhaps working in the NGO, the non-governmental sector, which has been my field for the last 15 years. Before I share those thoughts, I'd like to thank Cardiff University for the honorary degree. Really very grateful, which I accept on behalf of my amazing team in Africa, who are really so chuffed with this. Thank you. When I graduated with a BA Honours in Health Management from Brighton University, I didn't expect to be one day receiving an honorary fellowship for my work in Africa. In fact, on that day some 18 years ago, it all felt very surreal and, if anything, completely accidental. But when I'd phoned Brighton University with prospectus in hand, the call went straight through to the main health tutor who naturally asked me which degree I wanted to pursue on the back of being a registered nurse. And in the process of making that call, the prospectus page turned over, and I found myself asking to enroll on a health management degree as opposed to a nursing degree, because I was too shy to say, oh, hang on, I've lost my page. As it turned out, that was the degree meant for me, as I was able to tailor the degree around my interests, which health education, and in particular, youth HIV and sexual health. So for me, luck always plays a role. 4 years later, I left my job in London, where I'd worked in HIV, health education and research, bound for Africa with my then partner and also a HIV nurse specialist, Nicola Willis, and we'd taken a 2-year sabbatical. Everybody thought we were raving mad to leave promising careers in the UK and go and volunteer on various HIV programs in Africa. Now, for me, I thought simply there wasn't a choice. My focus and drive has always been on ensuring children and youth, regardless of where they live in the world, have access to primary health care. And at that time, millions of people, including children, were dying of AIDS in sub-Saharan Africa, and the world's response at that time was at best pathetic. So we bought an old Land Rover, as you do, and we drove from Wales to our first project in Ghana, where we were to help train doctors and nurses managing opportunistic infections associated with AIDS and developing HIV preventions. So on arrival, after a mammoth 17,000-kilometre drive, which included crossing the Sahara, we were told by the local organisation that funding hadn't come through, and so there was no clinic. And that's very much a typical welcome in Africa, really. However, remaining focused and recognising the need for youth clinics, we spent the next 6 months, we used our meagre savings to build a clinic, and we taught local staff how to manage it. And I just returned 2 days ago, and the clinic, we see over about 8,000 children every year, and it's still running very well. So the need to always stay focused. I'm sure after the last 3 years, you are now all experts when it comes to staying focused. I certainly recall a student life. It's demanding, the pressure, the time commitments to meet, the frantic pace. Just as you finished one assignment, already the next is on the table in front of you. It's ruthless. You think it's never going to end. Often working till the early hours of the morning. All too often, you're dazed and confused. Can you really handle any more? You often stumble, but there's always good friends to help you, pick you up. But somehow, through all the madness, you manage to stay focused. And eventually, you find your way out of the barn, and you still manage to attend lectures the following day. So, your path ahead, stay focused. Enjoy, don't be afraid to try something different and less sort of the usual path. I hope that probably our organisation details will be on the Cardiff University website, which I hope you'll all follow regularly because you are part of a much bigger family now. So really, again, on behalf of all my colleagues in Africa and to you and to the university, thanks very much. Cheers.
As the Chair of Council of this university, I now have the duty to draw these proceedings to a close. This occasion is naturally one of the most pleasurable in the university calendar. It's truly a joy to be on this platform and see the pride and relief of all the new graduates as they cross the stage. It's wonderful, too, that you've had the opportunity to share this occasion with today's illustrious honorary fellow, Mr. Marcus McGilvray, who's received his honorary fellowship with you today. I trust that the pride and the joy you feel today will stay with you always. And in the years to come, you'll look back at your time in Cardiff University and realise that the happiness you've experienced, the friendships you've made, and the depth of knowledge and experience gained have all served you well in your journey through life. Today, you join the worldwide family of Cardiff University alumni. It's a family that helps you stay in touch with each other and with us. Cardiff students are valued around the world for their skills, knowledge, and attitude. I hope you will remember to share your experience and that you'll come back to see us often, and that you'll continue to support us so that new generations can benefit, as you have done, from the outstanding teaching and learning here at Cardiff University. On behalf of Cardiff University, therefore, your academic staff, the officers, your fellow students, and the great body of alumni throughout the world, I wish you all every success in the future. Good luck and a safe journey home. Diolch yn fawr.